Hello, fabulous Leo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of May 2013. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, two major areas of life grab your focus. Now, the first part of the month, it has to do with work. It has to do with career. And I know as I look at what's happening towards the end of April, and if you look at the video for last week, it has much more to do with the home base, right? The ground in which you're standing, what it is that gives you a feeling of security and safety. Now, as you start this month, and especially as you get towards the middle of the month, it becomes about taking that feeling, that knowing, and taking a chance, putting yourself out there for something greater, for something bigger. Those of you who have been looking for work, I would really encourage you to go big. Think big, think career, and think career changes. This isn't day job energy that I'm looking at. And also, to be honest, this isn't necessarily financial energy that I'm looking at either, but this is an energy of progress that does in itself bring you greater prosperity as part of the picture. But you would serve yourself very well if you focused instead on what it is that you desire to achieve, where it is that you desire changes. There is some positive developments taking place. There are positive changes, positive growth that is set to take place for you this month. And it has to do with career advancement. It has to do with impressing the right person who has some power, who is in a position of authority. And what I'm seeing actually is that there's this ability that you have actually to sweet talk them and to make the right impression. You are going to have to relax a little bit. I know that that's going to be hard for those Leos out there who maybe haven't been as employed as they would like, whether you've been unemployed, whether you've been out of the workforce or whatever, or whether you've just been getting by on a day job and not really going for something big that you would actually really want. Whatever the case may be, it does look like there's some nerves there, but you're going to have to put them aside because if you're old enough to understand this, then you know that you are at your best when you absolutely walk into a room and own it. When you walk in knowing, even if it's just for show, even if it's just a face that you put on, you know that that's when your best comes forward, when something in you believes that you deserve the very best and believes that you have something special to share and to shine. So walk in with that confidence, but also relax, because it is going to be that personal connection that you make with someone with authority that ends up being especially helpful to you. Towards the end of the month, it is also a very significant time for you as well, and it's significant in terms of a child. Now, those of you, yes, there are very practical ways of understanding this. So those of you who have a child, you can expect some very good news coming from that child, regardless of how old they are. There is some opportunity, some new possibility, some delight that this child opens up to you, which should be really nice. Others, maybe you don't have a kid of your own, but it may end up being facilitated by another kid. These same experiences of joy, of elation, of lightness, and of fun. But there are also other ways to understand this symbol, and I know a lot of people out there think of our projects as our children, right? So whether it's a book that you have been working on and now is out in the world and is your baby, right? It is your child that is out there, or anything else. It could be whatever your project is that is near and dear to your heart that you consider your kid that you are putting out there in the world is set to get some really great support and bring you some really great news. So trust your creativity, of course, and be willing to share that creativity. More practical matters of advancement and actually achieving something that's going to help you move towards your goals, that you take care of in the first part of the month. And so that should be very welcome by you. It's almost as if the practical matters you sort of address and you deal with, and you can put them to the side. You can say, okay, I did that. I'm secure. I know that on a very practical level, you know that you've made the progress that you needed to. Now your focus can shift a little bit and you can think more about happiness and joy and fulfillment. You could think more about your creations from children, from people, from creations of projects and creativity. And you think about your creations, and also you welcome some very good news as a result of the creations that you have shared with the world. And also as a result of the creations that you hope to share with the world as well. There are lots of very wonderful developments. Even though the month starts off with a certain serious tone, especially for you, you can embrace that and work with that. Remember to stay relaxed, to make the most of that, because that's when you're at your best. And then towards the end of the month, that's when things get really fun. But even the fun has wisdom. Right? They say child's mind. Enter that space. Be willing to enter that space of child's mind. And you'll find yourself not only enjoying your life more, enjoying your successes, and especially the successes that arrive early this month a lot more, but also just enjoying being in the moment, enjoying what you have achieved. And I think that you'll find, especially once you get to the end of the month and you look back on what May has been, once you look back towards the end of the month and see all that has transpired, all that changes, all the ways in which you grow, I think that you will understand that you are very deserving of some form, some symbol of celebration. And it's there for you, and it finds you. You end the month with a lot of delight.